Alrighty guys, doing another one of those educational streams this time. Ooh, loaded much faster this time. Alright, we've got Blue Terran, Protoroku, same guy as last time, down in the bottom left. Up in the upper right, we have Nightshade, a guy I just met on the ladder. And yeah, both pretty cool guys, both kinda trying to learn the ropes of the game. Figured I would do another one of those educational streams for them. So yeah. From what I've seen, both of these players are probably going to play pretty standard, but last time I said that, we got a proxy hatch, so take that with a grain of salt. But both supply depots going down at the ramp about the same time. Yeah, pretty much exactly the same time. Alright. 11-11, both of them. I have a feeling I'm going to do a lot of bouncing back and forth and saying the exact same thing, but we'll see. Barracks going down, barracks going down, a little bit behind on protos. Nothing game-changing, of course. Refinery going down. Refinery going down. I love standard openers. Double refinery, double gas, early factory perhaps? Maybe even a starport? Proto staying standard, sitting on the single gas. No engineering bay from either player yet. No second supply depot from either player yet. Red, a little... oh! My understanding of Terran is fantastic. We've got a orbital command coming down here. Second supply, orbital command, second supply. Dun dun dun. You see a reactor coming down for red. Proto's still sitting on one not producing barracks. And there's the second gas. There's the factory. So I'm thinking, see some tanks, maybe some aliens. Hellions are likely, considering the Terran tendency to go bile ball immediately. And of course, the big question this game, will Protoroku research Stimpack? As is always the big question. I'm sorry, Proto. There's the second barracks. Seems to be in line with his minerals, to be honest. It's just now hitting 200. Red keeping his minerals very tight, sitting at 75, 150, letting the gas get up there a little bit just so he can burst some units out as soon as this factory finishes. Getting the second factory down, probably. Oh, there's the tech lab. Is he gonna research the siege tech, maybe? Or blue flame? We'll see. And the armory. Might be going for straight mech build, considering there's no engineering bay. Proto's getting his factory down, just now getting the tech lab. Just take a look at the worker count. Proto's a little bit ahead, got the 2 extra SCVs. Both sitting at pretty close to the same amount of Marines. Both going to start pumping out units now. We will see tanks and siege tech. And Hellions coming from this. Wouldn't be surprised to see some upgrades coming out. Second factory going down. Both going for Hellions. He's getting stim pack, ladies and gentlemen. He's getting the stim pack. Mark my words, Protoroku, this right here is gonna win the game. Gonna win the game for Proto. Queuing up a lot of Marines. A lot of resources tied up there that could go to other places as he's currently supply blocked. Same here. Nothing too serious again, but could go to an armory expansion of some sort. See, like, these extra two, if they were cancelled, he could easily have enough minerals, sorry, for an expansion right now. Could just start building a command center. Float it down. Which appears to be what Nightshade is planning to do pretty quickly. He's moving his units out to secure that natural. I believe it would be a good move for Proto to do the same thing pretty quickly. And if he had scouted some of this, maybe... oh, well, no. A timing push to pressure the expansion won't really work with double siege tanks sitting here guarding it. So yeah, I do believe it is in Protoroku's best interest to expand quickly. Queuing up that pre-igniter, again, a lot of resources that could be going to an armory for, like, vehicle plating. Or even just... oh, never mind. There's tech coming out of there. Even just another building of any... again, expansion perhaps. There's the expansion coming down from Nightshade. Really well protected here. Nice mix of units. The siege tank, of course. Gonna rip apart any infantry that try to run up in there. Getting another tech lab. Just pump out... oh wait, no. Replacing the tech lab. Building the starport on the other tech lab. Gonna see some Banshees coming out of there to counter the tanks from Proto. Do we see a starport from Proto yet? No, we don't. Proto moving out. Again, securing this expansion. He's got siege tech, so we can get those in a nice position. Got a scout coming out from Nightshade. He's gonna see that Proto's expanding. Seeing as he's already pretty well secured this expansion, he might choose to pressure this. He might choose to take a third. Oh. Maybe. Proto looking like he wants to apply some pressure himself. Get a little bit of map dominance, keep him from expanding too far. Maybe get more of an aggressive secure for his own expansion. Oh, blue getting a little bit supply blocked here. Again, this is the kind of time where you might want to see some tech units going down. Plenty of minerals for an expansion. Wouldn't... yep, there it is. There it is. He's not really building enough Marauders for conch shells to be... well, yeah. Proto moving out across the map. Oh, he's got to be careful. He doesn't know what's going on up there. He has to assume that he could have siege tanks sitting up here, and if he moves these Hellions first, they're going to get completely decimated. He's going to lose any advantage he has over these light units. Yep, oh, and the Hellions are going down to that siege tech. Proto might want to move up a little bit faster here. This siege tank up here really going to cause some problems, as well as this Banshee right here. And, of course, the Hellions that are still up for Nightshade going to rip apart the infantry. These siege tanks they're going down a little bit too late. Would have been nice to see them back here, sieged up. Create a back line for this attack. Instead, he'll lose all of his units. He didn't come out too far behind. Let's see, units lost. Just a little bit, lost a few more units. A couple tanks, that hurts a bit more. But he is securing this expansion. That attack does make it pretty safe to take this, except for the Banshees. I'm not sure if he paid enough attention to that. I don't see any turrets going down, no detection, no Marines ready. He does, of course, have scans, but that doesn't mean anything if you don't have enough Marines to protect it back here. They're going to come around the back, do some major harass. This could be trouble. Even if these Marines were in position to defend, it's not enough. Banshee's stalling here while he's controlling things back in his base, perhaps? Honestly, I think right now he could just A-move them into the base and do some damage. Doesn't even have to worry about control so much. Marines are all the way on the other side. Wasting a scan. There's nothing here to attack there. The scan was pretty much had no effect. Get that scan down, Proto. There we go. Might want a stim to burn these down faster. Nope. The other Banshee will retreat. Probably going to come in for another pass as soon as that scanner wears out. Hitting the command center, an odd choice in my opinion. Yep, is going to go down to this Marine fire. Stim again would have... Oh, it will still go down. Chance for that Banshee to escape. Meanwhile, this is looking very secure, very saturated worker lines. Proto's natural, fairly saturated, but like not much for the gas. A little bit of a stack here going on. You could separate that a bit. Although, to be honest, this is pretty well mined out anyway. I'm not sure how much... he lost workers for sure, but I'm not sure how much economic damage those Banshees just did. The mining going on here is not super crucial. Proto building his forces back up. Banshees again getting ready for some harass. Proto just doesn't have the minerals to put down turrets to defend from that. It would be nice to see one somewhere, some central location that he could kite back to. Doesn't necessarily need to defend this mineral line, but it's going to hurt to lose this command center. It's going to lose the mules, going to lose the scanner sweep. Not doing much to protect it right now. This might go down before he gets a chance to back it up. Might honestly want to start repairing it with these... no, do we? Yeah, he might... Just lifting it up, even, would prevent these Banshees from doing any damage to it, but he's just going to let it burn down instead. Sacking it instead, maybe to delay. Maybe perhaps just miscontrol. He's choosing to push out, which I don't know. This tank line is really strong right now, and he does not need it all to push out. He can just sit here and... Oh, and he's taking an expansion anyway, but ignoring this expansion, he could just sit in his base right now, let his Banshees tear apart Proto's base, and just defend from this attack. This attack, these rocks choking his units. These units are going to get the concave. Siege tanks are going to wear him down. Just not enough here, I think. Banshee's going to get vision. Banshee's going to take out these tanks, no problem. I think this is GG. It's got to be, really. These Banshees out of energy, but nothing around to... Yep, there's the GG. So just Proto pushing out, making a fatal mistake, losing too much of his army to those siege tanks, not scouting the Banshees. Lost a lot of peace of mind to the Banshees, as well as a number of workers. Just got whittled down over time.